Hello there, welcome back to Roman Empire. Last time we started the war that we're currently fighting against Muscovy, and we're going to finish this war because we're basically going to feed Finland, the Muscovite area, and Perm. Basically to make sure that Muscovy can't actually colonize eastwards, and it should be basically very, very straightforward. We're also, of course, going to start feeding the Finnish the Norwegian land, the Swedish lands, and of course Denmark's land itself. I'm probably also going to be using Finland for probably some of this area, if not most of it. I might go for also creating or using the Teutons for this, but I'll have to see. They're kind of a secondary in that respect because Finland is Orthodox, so they can convert lands for me. That's kind of why they are an impressive. Sorry, that's why they are an important ally. I'm creating armies, as you can see, and the core construction is almost done. Not really much going on at the current moment. We are still creating Granada, and I'm going to fully do that. And of course, I am also going to take the liberty here of probably taking exploration as my next idea set, because we do need to, for starters, we need to actually colonize ourselves, and I'll probably go expansion after that again, if the idea sets I currently have will allow it. And as far as I can see, it will, because I have one of each of the three. So I think we'll actually go exploration expansion and just do some colonization in the new world, because we have basically blocked off any colonizers pretty efficiently now. The only thing we really need to do is take England completely down and then secure the coast, and then we'll be very much safe and happy. So that's looking rather good. Now Serbia, I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do with them, but they are Orthodox, so I think it's about time that we start to feed them pieces of Bosnia. I also want to get the war with Muscovy done, yes, I can actually release Styria, and of course the annexation of good old Granada. So that is the plan forward. Now I'll just keep on sieging in the Muscovite lands. They do have a pretty serious force still, but I'll just sit back here and we'll see how this pans out. But I don't think the war will last for too long. We'll see how it all turns out in the end. I'll be back in a little while. The Muscovites have moved a 9,000 man army to Neva, and it's probably going to get itself wiped out, more or less. Boom. 9,000 troops out of the equation. And with that, we can again now just relax here, sit back, and allow the sieges to run their course. It should be very much straightforward from this point on. Crete has been converted. We are positive, or we have been for a while, at positive religious unity, so we don't really have any concern in terms of converting their lands. But I am again very interested in actually getting myself into a war with the good old Mamluks here, so that I can secure Al-Quds, Jerusalem, and well, the other provinces I require to trigger, well, these two: conquest of Mecca, conquest of Jerusalem, and of course the Pentarchy itself. Then I'll have enough missionaries to do whatever I want. It requires me to take quite a bit of provinces, so we'll be working on that very, very soon. Unfortunately, here we have the death of a ruler, losing a stability point. Augusto Bax will now be taking over. 433, fairly good. 133 is the heir, not really the top class that we have been well known by. But Libero, the heir, will be made into a commander, and he's 18, so that's fine. The ruler current is 24, so it should take a while before we get the succession, hopefully. But again, I'll just sit back, I'll allow the Muscovy war to run its course, and I'll get back to you as soon as we are nearing an end here, or a big battle or something along those lines. Right now it seems like the Scottish army that I won't be able to save it, and to be perfectly fair, I am pretty much just I won't bother too much with that, because again we can just hang back and allow our enemies to take the brunt, force, if you will, of any how should I put this, of any yeah, I'm stuck on my words. Take the brunt force of any war exhaustion that will be gotten by this. And as you can see, my stability real cheap, 43 points, and that is with plus 16 from overextension, so really, really good. I need to core that, don't I? Why did I not start the coring of one of the Iceland well, takes, if you will? But again, I'll just hang back and I'll allow Muscovy to do whatever it wants. If Northumberland actually manages to run around and keep them around, that would be great. Iconoclastic fury. During the Reformation, outbreaks of destruction of Catholic religious occurred in various European countries. The most notorious example is Bellenstorm in the Low Countries, but similar attacks occurred in Germany, Switzerland, England, Scotland, France, and Livonia. The majority of attacks were carried out by spontaneous mobs, but in some countries the government took a leading role. So, what do we want to do here? Use stability point? Piss off the Pope? I'll get 10 unrest in basically everywhere. I'll lose military power. And I'll get him prestige. I don't care what the Pope thinks about me. I am not Christian, so Pope can go away. We can try and weather the storm. Will give us 10 years of mission string -1 and national tax modifier -10%. I think we'll just take the lead and break the papal stranglehold. Again, a stability point isn't really that much of a difference to me. It's 43 admin power right now, so again, it's not a big concern. It's not something that I need to, hey, I need to deal with this kind of situation. It's something I can just slowly but surely deal with as time goes on. It's a very, very simple setup. Funnily enough, it seems like the Muscovites have joined up all of their forces into a mega stack here. So it'll be interesting how that goes around. Castile just did me a favor here and left the coalition. They want to take to Toledo for Granada. Well, if we can win the war fast enough, that might actually be beneficial. So let's just go ahead and take Toledo for Granada. I'll be sending a force into the papal controlled area, provided that I get military access there, which of course I do not. Well, I do actually. So why did I say that I didn't? Well, I don't know. But we'll just march through and then we will cancel the military access. People leaving the coalition already is of course a very good sign. But not something I need to be concerned about. Again, the Muscovites do have a fairly substantial army running around here, but it's not really doing them any good because the said army can't really do anything. Now, if I were to challenge this army here, what would they do? They're actually running further inland. So that's actually interesting in its own right, but still. Can I win with 24,000 men against their armies? I don't think so. But if they just keep on running around in my lands, they are definitely going to suffer from it. So I'll just allow that to happen. And again here, with both the Papal State and Toledo itself, it should be sieged before Granada has been annexed. And hopefully by handing it over to Granada before the annexation, I can then, well, secure that I get it as a free core, which of course would be wonderful. But I'll go ahead here. I'll fight the war with good old Muscovy here. And if I could capture this 18,000 man army off guard, that would actually be wonderful, but time constriction says that they'll get away just in time. And they're actually going to attack me now, so we'll send this 12,000 man army down here to help. And I'll put the occupation of said provinces over to Finland, because we don't really need them. And we're going to hand them over to Finland anyways. So I'll allow this battle to transpire, if you will, and we'll see how it goes. As you can see, we're actually winning it pretty damn substantially. If you will. We have lost 7,000 men, they have lost almost 10k, so even when they're two or twice as many troops, we can still inflict some serious damage to them. We lost, 7,000, they lost 13, so yeah, we did inflict some serious damage to them. I'll just keep my army basically within, well, safe distance per se, and I'll just allow, well, time to pass on. Barua here, we're going to cancel the military access because we already lose or don't gain too many points in terms of, well, anything. And Castile here has been ended. No, I don't want Mets. I want you to hand Toledo over to Granada. Well, I might just have to go for full annexation here. Yep, I got it unfortunately, but we'll just core it, it's not stressful. And again, we don't really get any unrested, neither due to a war extortion, overextension, or the nationalism, due to basically all of these bonuses combined. But basically, war extortion is easy to get rid of, and friendly troops is basically why they're not pissy at the annexation, but it's fine. With this, we have now complete control over, well, most of southwestern Europe, and the only thing that we really have to focus on right now is Muscovy, and then I'll go back to beating on whoever, well, desires to challenge me. France declared war in Flanders. France is, again, very, very small, very much broken up. And our truce with them runs out in 54, so we still have 9 years there. When it comes to England, it's 50, so we have 5 more years before we're going after England again. I'm a little bit unsure if I want to start again hitting the Holy Roman Empire, really at all. I kind of want to just keep it around because it gives some pretty decent bonuses, but I kind of have to kill off the seafaring areas, so I might have to go to the step here of actually forcing myself as Holy Roman Emperor for the sole purpose of retaining my bonuses here. Right now, I do not get, I get some benefits from being a member, but if there's less than 25 princes, I will not be getting those. So I'll have to keep my eye out for that. But I'll sit back here and we'll finally deal with the Muscovy War. Okay, this is something very surprising. We have a very big Moldavia here. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Can I peacefully vassalize you guys? Would you object to that? Yeah, base tax. They're not happy with that. But I don't think I've ever seen a Moldavia of this size, which is of course very interesting. Muscovy just the next perm too, so we need to make some moves here rather quickly. Unfortunately, apparently the Mamluks are losing to Ethiopia, so they're just getting their ass kicked. One time after another. Ottomans are of course also a target, as you know. We do want to get to Jerusalem and also Mecca, so I think it's about time that I actually start to make some proper moves in the region. But I'll just focus on Muscovy for now, and then we'll start going south towards the Ottomans. So I just made a move that actually split the Muscovite armies in two, and we're going to actually take a chance at attacking them in Belosero. But they're unfortunately going to arrive there on the 19th, and they keep on doing it so that I can actually take them down now because they miscalculated or the AI screwed up. One or the other, either is fine. I just hope I can actually win this battle before they get supplements here, because we do have negative modifiers. So I might lose this battle, yeah, just because of the fact that they will get back up. So let us go ahead and retreat. But we did inflict some, well, fairly good casualties here, especially in war exhaustion. We got 0.7, they got 0.49, so they did get the brunt force of that. We're also getting very much closer to perm here, but in terms of peace deal, we're still pretty far away, I think. So I'll have to see here what I want to do in terms of that. But as long as my forces here recover, I'm pretty sure we'll be pretty fine against the Muscovite troops. Now, funnily enough here, they actually have sent a troop into an area where they will have trouble defending it, to be perfectly honest. And I think I'm actually going to take this chance at attacking them, because it would be very simple for starters, and it would also be really, really beneficial to me to just take, again, inflict some damage. We did get terrain modifiers again, negative, but we do have the better forces, so as long as we did actually manage to win that, but we'll probably lose the second battle here. And worst case scenario, this might actually turn into a wipe. They did get some negative modifiers, but even so, not the best thing ever. We did, however, survive. The army didn't get wiped. It will run to Revolt and recover. So I have to say I'm kind of happy with that. I'm actually going to send this army to Moscow to, again, just take the capital, get a little bit more incentive to give up. And funnily enough here, for those of you that paid attention, the Roman Empire is now ruled by good old Hesse. So Austria has lost its place. It'll be very easy to get rid of good old Austria. And I'll be looking with interest to see what happens in the area otherwise than that. Granada is also getting really, really close now to actually getting monthly autonomy change. We don't want that, so we'll get powerful nobles rather than, well, the other thing. Anyways, Granada is about to be annexed, which is again positive. But I'll just sit back here and see Granada just got annexed, and with that I'll go ahead and just get rid of their troops, because again I have a pretty strict set of, well, how my army works per se, so that's probably why these 3 cogs are not necessary. Should probably fix that navy, but it's fine. The 80 navy can actually be just protect trade, I think, in wherever I have someone. So I need to probably check out my guys here to see if we can actually make some money. What do I want to do? I want to try and move money to... I'm actually moving money to Genoa, but There's not a lot of money that's actually being moved here, or created for that matter. I think we're actually going to move him to Constantinople, and actually just have him collect there. And we're going to have this one actually protect trade in Constantinople, because again, it's a very big fleet. We can probably get a little bit of a modifier, although there's just 20 light ships. It's better than just having them at port and not doing anything. Again here, Muscovy, we did just take Moscow, so I'll just allow the siege to continue here, and we'll see what actually happens. I do not need these smaller armies, that's fine. And I'll just sit back again, and hopefully this war will be won very, very soon. We'll see how it goes. Well, we might have a small problem here. The Catholic sellers have risen up in basically everything that we handed over to Finland in the First War. They are cause, but this might actually flip Finland's religion, and that is not positive. In terms of the Muscovy War, we're basically almost done. I'll allow the siege of Karelia to be redone, because we did lose a siege against the Muscovites here. And I think we're just going to end it here. We're going to continue next time. Beating Moscow here is actually pretty straightforward now. They have not too many troops left. They're starting to get high war exhaustion, and thus they should be probably easily beaten in, well, not too long. Money-wise, we're still losing quite a bit in, well, each month, but it's not really a concern because we do make a fair bit of money ourselves, so I'm not too concerned here. Of course, the fact that we're minus 14 to taxes does not really help us, but there's not really too much we can do about that. Granada also did get an X, which helps a little bit, but of course we have to convert to lands. We are currently down to 103% religious unity, so I definitely want some more. I definitely want to again get into a position where I can actually get a casus belli on the Mamluks, just so I can secure Jerusalem and then march into Hejaz, and over the course of 2 or 3 wars secure Mecca here. So that should hopefully be a little bit helpful to the conversion rates, of course, but we'll consider that next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.